Hi, welcome back. I'm in the car in the parking lot of my job, hoping that no one sees me doing this because it's weird. I wanted to let you know that I had a video idea that I'm actually doing. Oh, this is really weird. Okay. Right now I had an idea to reread some of the books that I loved in high school, and with that comes some apprehension because I read, like, I used to love Twilight in high school, and I read the first line and I'm like, it's like a 13-year-old wrote this. Oh my god, how did I enjoy this? So I wanted to keep on with that challenge and reread Infinite Days by Rebecca Maisel. It's a vampire novel that I really loved in high school, and right now I'm about 83 pages into it. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I'm 83 pages into it, and so far it's a little bit cringy. And it's about vampires. Of course, it's gonna be a little bit cringy. And the main character, Lena, she is this vampire that has been, well, she was a vampire and she had been turned into a human by her lover named Rode. And a few questions about this I had so far, like, the names, are those accurate to the time period that they were born in and created? Because Lena was a vampire for like 600 years, and I don't know, like, she became a vampire in the 1500s, and I don't know if that's accurate or not, if her namesake is accurate or not, and where she came from. I have to look that up and stuff. But right now it's going pretty good. She made a friend named Tony that I totally forgot about, because I like, legit, the only thing I remember about this book is the ending. And so yeah, I just want to let you know so far about the progress on this book. I'll be updating more about my journey reading this book and how I feel about it in the end. So yep, update day number 1. Started rereading it this morning while I was getting some wheel studs, and it's okay. I don't think it's worth me loving. Well, I loved it in middle school, high school, because I love vampires, so there's that. So yeah, so I guess recording in my car is going to be a regular thing now. But I read some more of Infinite Days. It is the 2nd of May. I read some more of this. I'm officially over halfway through. And I'm officially over halfway through the book. I'm on part 2 of the novel. And I've realized why I love it. I love the romance. At one point I was like a sucker for what was it? A sucker for love triangles, and now I hate them. That's one thing I know that's changed. And so essentially what's happened is Lena has started to live her life. She's going to school. She made friends with Tony, this Japanese kid who's going to the same boarding school that she is. She's kind of crushing, stalking Justin Enos, one of the popular boys in school, and he's kind of like, not stalking her, but he's watching her because he finds her interesting. And she finds him interesting, but he has a girlfriend, of course, and she's part of the popular group. And like, a lot of the things, I keep reminding myself that this was written in 2010. This was published in 2010. So a lot of the things are like dated. For one, Justin's like, you've never heard of a stereo? Things like that. And then Lena's language is very old-ish. Not old, but aged. Her language is very aged. And I remember it's mainly because of the simple fact that she's like 592 years old. She's almost 600, and she just came out of a like century-long nap. But yeah. At this point, there's Tony was in love with her. She didn't give her love back. Her old coven, who was like soul bound to her, they've realized that she is not near them, so they're hunting her down. And she basically went with them because she didn't want anyone to die, because she has grown attached to the people that she has grown to love. Well, she's become attached to the people that she goes to school with now. She's attached to her humanity. And I don't know why, but for some other reason, I thought this book ended with her leaving. But it doesn't. It's just the end of the first part. So now there's part 2 with a quote from Romeo and Juliet. And it's like part 2 is essentially this much of the book, and part 1 is like this much. So one wish I had was that part 2 either came earlier or just didn't, exist, because it's at chapter 25, and so yeah. This is gonna be a short update. So I think it's not, what I want to say is it's not as good as it was when I was younger, but of course I was stuck in that vampire phase and devouring everything that had to do with vampires. And while this book wasn't as good as it was when I was younger, it was still pretty good. I enjoyed the characters, specifically Tony. Tony was my favorite. I also enjoyed Vicken, who was one of Lena's coven members, and kind of like this tortured love. And I still enjoyed the overall book. It just wasn't my favorite anymore. I still kind of want to read the sequel, which is called Stolen Nights, and I don't have that one. I don't own it. I never got the chance to buy it, but there's probably a good chance that I will still buy it just to see what's going on, because events happen at the end of the book, and it makes me want to read the next book. So this is my short little rereading Infinite Days with me, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you later. Bye.